Hello. Get my laptop situated here. Okay, here we go. Day 2 of Ignite the Fire, 8 pillars of spiritual well-being. Today is day 2, and today we're going to be talking about the second pillar, which is surround yourself with light and protect your precious cargo. So anytime I'm working with anyone or anytime I'm discussing about protecting our energy, first thing I do is just say a little prayer, if you will, to call in all of my guides, my angels, all of the people who want to make sure that we're doing things in a good, positive light and want to help guide us and protect us on that journey. And I invite all of my participants to do that as well. What this does is it just keeps our energy in a good holding space while we're doing the work that we're doing. Because we are working in the energy field for the most part, even if we're living in our day to day. A lot of us are familiar with the concept of walking into a room and just feeling the energy of the room and going, oh, I don't know what's happening right now, but it doesn't feel good. So just protecting our light and calling in some higher ups, as I like to call them, to help us with that is a really, really good way to just get started with protecting your energy. So I would like to go ahead and just do that right now very quickly. Just do a quick little, I don't know if you want to call it a guided meditation, because we're not really meditating too much. We're just going to be asking for guidance and protection. So if you will, just close your eyes with me and visualize yourself. I like to take us to your happy place in nature, wherever that is. Get your feet, bare feet, connected to the earth's energy in your mind's eye. Just allowing that connection to ground you, to center you, to lift your vibration, to raise it up to a higher place. And in this space, we call in all of our guides, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, all beings of light who would like to walk with us on this journey today. Surround us with their light. We ask that they guide us and protect us and keep us in a safe, sacred space for healing. Deep breath in. Let's just integrate that into our physical systems. And open your eyes back when you are ready. So, what does it mean to protect your energy? And why do you want to do that? So if you think about, excuse me, my new little kitty wants to say hi. Her down. If you think about everything from the grass and the dirt all the way up to our electronics, to our cell phones, our laptops, all of the things, everything down to the molecular level is pure energy. If you go all the way down to the base of that, it's, little atoms bouncing off of each other. And each item has its own frequency and vibration. And it's at what frequency and vibration that each of those molecules come together that creates density. And so how fast or how slow they are vibrating is going to be how dense or how malleable the surface is. So essentially, we as humans are energy, and our energy vibrates according to our surroundings, our atmosphere. It vibrates according to our thoughts and our experiences, according to the foods that we eat, and even the words that we say. Everything has frequency and vibration, and we would put into our body, whether it be physical, like food content, or it be emotional, like thoughts and emotions, they all affect our frequency and vibration. So by protecting that energy, we want to maintain a higher level so that we are not susceptible to things like illness and disease, because those can begin when the frequency and vibration gets to be a little bit lower. Have to put her down again. She's still learning manners. I've only had her for 2 days. So if our frequency and vibration get lower, we get susceptible to things like illness and disease. Thoughts and emotions that we hold within our body can also affect us. It can start to cause breakdowns within certain areas of our body where we store those emotions. And so as long as we are protecting them, then we are less susceptible to feeling bad or to getting sick. And so one of the easiest ways that I suggest that people do this, other than the prayer that we started out with here just a little bit ago, is to just visualize a ball of white light surrounding your body. She's very lovable, can you tell? If you have a ball of white light that you visualize coming down from the heavens, God source energy, which is the highest frequency and vibration of love that there possibly could be. You imagine that coming down, surrounding your being, and offering you a little bubble of protection, if you will. This allows us to project out what we need to in order to send love out to others, if it's called for. Otherwise, it creates kind of a mirror effect to those around us who may be trying to take our energy from us. And this happens probably quite a bit more than what we realize that. And being aware of that is really going to be detrimental for you to protect your own energy. There's a term we like to use called energy vampires. And what that is, that's someone who doesn't know how to create their own light or how to see their own light. The light's already there. So it's others who can't see their own light and therefore think that they need, sorry, got a kitty again. They think that they need to acquire that from other people who do shine their light. So if you've ever been in a situation where you've had a friendship or a significant other relationship, sometimes it's even a parent or a sibling relationship where the other person they're stuck in victim mode, they're stuck in fear, they're just stuck in their ways of doing things that is not necessarily conducive to being happy. And so they don't know where else to find that joy except for to find it in another person. So this is what we call an energy vampire. And as long as we allow our light to shine in their space, they're going to take it. And if you've ever noticed, you've been around these people, they tend to just drain your energy. You're exhausted after any interactions with them. You're depleted. You're just like, okay, I'm done for the day. I need to go to bed. Pay attention to that, because it's likely that you're leaking your energy into that other person's space because they aren't able to find it for themselves. And so probably the best solution to a situation like that is, number one, awareness, making sure that you know and understand that that's what's happening, but also to protect your energy and make sure that you're not just freely giving it away. Because what's happening essentially in these situations is this person over here, they feel bad, they don't feel good, they don't know how to pull themselves out of whatever darkness that they're experiencing in that moment. And so they see your light and they want to attach to it. And us being empathic humans, as we all are, we want to make sure that they feel better, because if they feel better, we feel better. So what we essentially do is freely give them our light so that they can feel better. But what this really truly does is it creates a cycle of enabling that other person to not find their own light, to stay miserable, to stay codependent on you. And it just creates a lot of muck and fuss that it's not necessary for us to really go through. So the best thing that we can do in situations like this is, again, put that white light ball around us. And instead of giving our own energy to these people, project universal energy. What that looks like, what I like to describe that as, is a pillar of white light coming down from the heavens into your crown chakra and out your heart. So that way you're just kind of like a conduit of the energy, and you're asking for God's source energy to work with this other person in whatever their highest good is, because we don't know what their highest good is. Their highest good might be that they have to go through all of this junk so that they can learn lessons from it and come out better on the other side of it. But as long as we keep taking that junk away from them, they're never going to learn their lessons. So what is in their highest good is something that we don't really know. Only God knows, only their higher self knows. So it's best for us to stop giving our own personal energy and to give universal energy so that they can continue to learn the lessons that they need to learn without coming in and taking away our positive energy. This has probably happened to me more times than I care to discuss, because most of my life I spent as an empath, not really knowing what that meant, and just thinking that I was doing goodwill to all of those around me, just spreading the love, right? Which is essentially what we're taught to do. But what we're not taught is that the love we're supposed to be spreading is God's love, not our own personal reserve. A lot of times people are like, wait a minute, that sounds counterintuitive, and that sounds like it's kind of selfish. And actually, it's really, truly not. Because if we were all working from that space, none of us would need the other person's affection and attention and validation. So it's coming from, honestly, it is coming from a place of love that we don't go out and enable these people to continue to be a victim, to continue to be a martyr, that kind of thing. So it's really important for all of us to start working with the light that we have within us. And if you're one of those that feels like you can't find your own light, then I invite you to sit with that, and because it's in there. I promise you, it's in there. It might be covered up by all of your life experiences, but once we start to unravel what's covering that up, you're going to find joy and pleasure in everything you do in life. And start by protecting your energy, because a lot of the times that's how we got there in the first place, is because we gave too much away and we depleted ourselves so much that there is no way we're going to climb up out of that without going through a lot of hard emotional trauma. I've experienced 2 now dark nights of the soul. The first one lasted about 6 years, and I promise you I will never do that to myself again. The second one only lasted a few months because I had the knowledge and awareness of what it took to get out of that from my first experience. And so it is my hope today that through these experiences and through these lessons, I can help all of those out there who may be going through something dark right now, who want to get out, but maybe just don't know how. And again, first things first, let's protect our light. Let's discover where that's hiding in there and what's covering it up. And then let's protect it so that we can grow it, we can make it abundant, and we can start to shower more love on ourselves. A lot of the times I'll ask clients, because we're all so hard on ourselves. And I'm like, you know, that person over there that you were just helping and you gave freely to them all day, every day for the last however long, I was like, what if you turned around and treated them the way you're treating yourself? How does that doesn't make any sense, does it? And so we've got to start treating ourselves just as well as we treat all of those that we love. That is going to raise our vibration exponentially. It is going to get us into a place where we can start to see more clearly. It's almost like there's this layer of clouds, foggy nastiness when we're down there, and our emotions are keeping our vibration low. Once we start to lift ourselves up out of those clouds, we get a different perspective, and we get a higher perspective to show us, hey, this is what's going on around me, and I need to reel it in and make sure I bring all of that good energy into myself, because the more we help ourselves, the more we can truly help others and help each other just by being an example. I mean, that is super important to learn by example. Anytime that we're doing this kind of work where we're raising our own vibration and we're doing our own inner work, it's not only going to reflect on those around us because they're going to see what's happening as we make these changes, but it's going to reflect in your children and your grandchildren and your brothers and sisters, into your parents, because it's all shared energy through our DNA system. And eventually that wave is going to spread out to all of those that we love. And maybe they're not going to have the same experiences that we are, and that's okay. But we're still raising those vibrations, and we're calling in what's the best for all of us and doing better things for the whole planet, you know? So it's important then for us to see ourselves as precious cargo, because we really truly are. We are an extension of source, which means we're all connected. We're all connected to the divine, to God, to the universe, however you want to phrase that, but we're all connected. And so if we're doing good for ourselves, we're doing good for all of those around us as well. So raising our vibration and keeping it high means not only having positive experiences, positive thoughts, consuming positive energy for our body. I like to say a lot, you wouldn't put diesel into a gas vehicle, right? No. So then why do we keep eating fast food and junk food and all the things that we know are not good for our body? But if we have a solid foundation of what's, what our body truly needs, we lean in and we listen to that, then, the times we do have a M&M craving, it's not going to be as detrimental to us because we're already be vibing high, and we'll be able to maintain that vibration even when we have those little breakdowns where we need a little bit of chocolate in our life. What else can we say about maintaining our energy? Our chakra system also is going to be very important in this. If you're not familiar with the chakras, we have 7 major energy centers in our body. They all correlate with different physical systems, but they also correlate with different emotional systems. So when we have a breakdown in our physical body, it's important to look at the chakra that area surrounds and look into, for example, if you're having digestive issues, we'll look at your solar plexus chakra because that's what sits on top of your digestive system. The solar plexus is associated with self-worth, with feeling like you deserve to have whatever it is that you're desiring, those kinds of things. And so if there's a breakdown in your self-worth, then it's likely you're going to have some stomach issues. But the emotion always comes first. So we always look at the emotion first. And if we're able to get that system up and running the way that it should, then the physical is going to match it. It doesn't have a choice. So keep that in mind. Anytime you're looking at any kind of physical ailment, look at the emotional center that's nearest to it and try and work on those emotions versus just band-aiding over the physical, because as long as the emotional issues are there, the physical, it's going to come back time and time again. I actually discovered that as I was doing massage years ago. I had a massage therapy practice, and I would see clients coming in time and time again. They'd feel fine, after the massage was done, they'd feel great and go home in a good mood. And a couple weeks later, they'd be back because the exact same thing was bothering them again. And so I started doing research on ways that I could help them a little bit beyond just physical relief for a couple of weeks. And what I found out is that we have a complete energetic map of the body. And this energetic map is really, really cool. I invite you to look that up. Maybe I'll post that in our group, because I do have a picture of what that looks like and all of the body systems that are tied to it. And so my biggest aha moment came when this one client of mine, she again had come in time and time again because her forearm, her whole arm it would hurt. And I would work on it and she'd be fine. And then she'd come back a few weeks later, it's hurting again. And so as we were working one day, I started just listening to her body and asking her body, what do you need and what is causing this? And the response I got back was this. It was almost a visceral, physical emotion that I got back from her. And it was like, I saw her fist doing this and I saw her entire arm being tight. And so I asked her, I said, what are you holding on to? Because that's what it felt like. It felt like she was just really holding on to something that it was time to let go of. And so we sat and kind of talked through it a little bit. And she was like, well, I'm not sure. And then she had this realization. She was like, actually, I was lost at sea for like a week. And that was the arm that I held onto the side of the boat with that entire time. And I was like, there you go. There it is. And so this huge aha moment was, oh my goodness, she's still holding on to that boat emotionally. And so if we can help her cut the cords of attachment to that emotion, then her arm is going to be better. And so we talked through it, and we did some energy work on it. And she never came back to me again for arm pain. She was still a massage client, but she never had that arm pain again. So all of that to say, if we can release the emotion that is the root of the cause of our physical ailments, excuse me, we can heal so much quicker, and we can be so much happier and shine our light so much brighter. But that all comes from learning those learning our body and learning how to work with the energy that exists within our body. So let's see. What else do we want to say about protecting our energy? Just knowing that our life force energy is precious, and making sure that you protect that at all costs, because it is what keeps us going in this physical existence. And so moving forward, consider that anytime you have to go into a crowded space, anytime you have to go into either a family or a work dynamic that is maybe toxic or just doesn't feel good, visualize that ball of white light surrounding you and walk through it with a lot more confidence in knowing that you won't just be freely giving your energy away. I've had to at times amplify that ball of white light and turn it into a disco ball. And what that, for me, my intention for doing that is it is a pure mirror. It is reflecting off some of the most toxic situations I've been in. And it really does deflect the situation and keeps us a lot more safe and protected in situations where maybe we just can't help that we have to be there, but we're there. So, all right. So all of that being said, I would like to go into a little bit of a a guided journey again today to help raise our vibration and to help give you some tools so that you can maintain that vibration and keep it high on your own as well. This recording is going to be stay up on the Facebook page as well as my YouTube channel so that you can come back and rewatch this anytime that you feel like you need maybe just a little bit of a boost in energy. So I am going to now invite you to get into a comfortable space where you can close your eyes and just relax and listen to the words as they're coming out. If you're in a place where you can't drive or where you're driving or you can't lay down, maybe you're at work, then I just invite you to pause this here and then come back and watch the replay when you can relax and fully integrate all of this into your system. Okay, so I invite you to close your eyes. And I want to take you back to that happy place in nature where we started out this session. Visualize your bare feet planted firmly in the earth. Feel roots coming down from the bottom of your feet, going into all of the layers of Mother Earth, reaching down through the rock and the dirt and the sand, all the way down into her heart center. And as these roots anchor into this safe, sacred space, they attach to the energy of Mother Earth's heartbeat. This beautiful, high vibrational energy radiates back up those roots, rises up into your feet. And as it begins to move its way up through your body, it is raising your vibration to match that of Mother Earth. Allow that energy to move all the way up your legs till it reaches your root chakra down at the base of your spine, igniting that energy center, allowing it to beat with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Continuing to move up now into your sacral chakra, igniting this energy center, beating at the same frequency and vibration as Mother Earth. It continues to move its way up into your abdomen, into your solar plexus chakra, igniting that, allowing it to beat with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Moving it up through your sternum, into your chest, up into your heart center, igniting that space, beating at the same frequency as Mother Earth. Allowing the energy to continue to move up into your shoulders, down your arms and out your hands. As it continues to rise up into your neck and your throat, igniting your throat chakra to beat at the same frequency and vibration as Mother Earth. As it moves its way up into your cheeks, your eyes, up into your forehead. Here it ignites your third eye chakra, beating at the same frequency and vibration as Mother Earth. So that energy now goes up into your crown, all the way up to the top of your head. It reaches out through the crown chakra. We're inviting now a pillar of white light coming down from the heavens to match and meet that energy of Mother Earth, allowing it to cascade down over you, creating another added layer of love and protection, adding to this safe, sacred space where you are allowed to heal. You are allowed to speak your truth with love. You are allowed freedom without judgment, without fear of repercussion. Because we know that in this safe, sacred space, we are connected to the divine. We are in the utmost care, the highest source of love. We are divinely looked over. And in here, we know that it is our divine birthright to live a joyful, abundant life. And in this space, we bring gratitude for all of the joy that surrounds us now. We bring clarity so that you can see without judgment the harmonious interactions that are happening around you. We bring you safety so that you are free to be in your truth at all times without fear of repercussion. And we bring you peace in knowing that this safe, sacred space is here for you at all times. We call in your cellular memory to bring you back to knowing and understanding who you truly are outside of this physical realm. This beautiful being of light who chose to have this human experience, who knows that they are always safe and protected, who does not have the fog and the uncertainty of the human experience clouding their judgment. We connect you to this knowing in this safe, sacred space so that moving forward, you can be more in the flow with who you truly are, feeling safe, protected, validated, and justified. We invite you now to stay in this high vibrational frequency as we move forward. We come back into our physical reality and move throughout the rest of our day. We say thank you for showing up, for the opportunity for healing today. So now take a few deep breaths. Allow this to integrate back into our physical being as we come back into the room. And whenever you feel complete, you can open your eyes. Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is feeling a little bit lighter from that. I know I am. You can always tell when your frequency is raised, when your vibration is raised, because you feel a little bit floaty, you feel a little bit airy in your head, almost feel like my head's a balloon that's ready to come up off of my body. And so it's ideal for us to stay in this space at all times so that we can move through our day-to-day life with just a better attitude about how things are going and where we are and where we want to be. So as we move through this second pillar of spiritual well-being, I invite you throughout the rest of the day to continue to put this bubble of white light around you. Even if you're home alone, just practice it so that it becomes habit for you. And I invite you to, if you're not already part of the Ignite the Fire Facebook challenge group, I invite you to join us there, where we're having discussions about all of these pillars, where we're sharing our experiences, and just creating community of love and support as we all move through this transitional period that the entire planet is going through. So if anyone has any questions about what it means to raise your vibration and to keep it high, please let me know. I know we're live on Facebook, but I have Zoom pulled up. I don't have Facebook pulled up. So if anybody's got any questions there, I will be sure to come back and answer that. And in the meantime, I invite you to just continue to practice keeping your vibration high until we meet again, same time tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we're going to talk about Pillar 3, and that is transcending the BS, dropping the ego, and letting go of the drama. One of my favorite topics. So everyone have a wonderful afternoon and evening, and we will see you tomorrow. Much love.